This video lecture explains about Juang Venkatesan algorithm for asynchronous checkpointing and recovery. On the completion of this video, the students will be able to analyze this algorithm for asynchronous checkpointing and recovery. So, this algorithm helps in recovery in asynchronous checkpointing. The following are the assumptions made. First one is communication channels are labeled and delivery of messages in first out order and infinite number of buffers, and also message transmission delay is arbitrary but finite. To facilitate recovery after a process failure and restore the system to a consistent state, two types of log storage are maintained. They are volatile log and stable log. Volatile log means it takes short time to access, but if processor crash, the contents of volatile log are moved to stable log periodically. And the next one is stable log, longer time to access but remained if crashed. Next one is asynchronous checkpointing. After executing an event, a process records a triplet. Triplet means which contains a state S, message M, and message sent means set of messages that were sent by the processor during the event, which is called as triplet, which is recorded with any synchronization with other processes. A local checkpoint at a processor consists of the record of an event occurring at the processor, and it is taken without any synchronization with other processes. And periodically a processor independently saves the contents of the volatile log in the stable storage and clears the volatile log. This operation is equivalent to taking a local checkpoint. Next one is recovery algorithm. The data structures and notations are used in this algorithm are RCVDI tends to J of CKPTI, which means the number of messages received by the processor PI from processor PJ from the beginning of the computation until the checkpoint CKPTI. Next one, send I tends to J of CKPTI, which represents the number of messages sent by the processor PI to processor PJ from the beginning of the computation until the checkpoint CKPTI. Next, see about the basic idea. So the main idea of this algorithm is to find a set of consistent checkpoints from the set of checkpoints. This is done based on the number of messages sent and received. Recovery may involve multiple iterations for rollbacks by processor. Whenever a processor rollback, it is necessary for all other processors to find out if any message sent by the rollback processor has become an orphan message. The orphan messages are identified by comparing the number of messages sent to and received from neighboring processes. When the processor restarts after a failure, it broadcasts a rollback message that it has failed. Next, see about the algorithm. So this recovery algorithm at a processor initiated when it restarts after a failure or when it learns of the failure at another processes. During step A, if processor PI is recovering after a failure, then the latest checkpoint logged into stable storage, otherwise latest event that took place in PA. During the step 2, if the for k is equal to 1 to n means is the number of processes in the system. For each neighboring processor Pj, which will do the computation, that is send of I to j of ck pta. This rollback message is sent to Pj. After that, for every rollback of message received by the neighbor j, which will compare with the c, then find the latest event e, and which is stored into the volatile storage or stable storage. Consider one example. See this diagram. The rollback starts with the failed processor, slowly diffuses into the entire system through rollback messages. During the kth iteration, a processor Pi do, based on the state ckpti, it was rolled back in the k-1th iteration. It computes send of I for each neighbor Pj and sends this value in a rollback message to that neighbor. After that, PA waits for and processes rollback messages that it receives from its neighbors in kth iteration and it determines a new recovery point ckpta for PA based on the information in these messages. At the end of the iteration, at least one processor will roll back to its final recovery point unless the current recovery points are already consistent. So finally, in the second iteration, Y sends the rollback message to X and Z, and Z sends the rollback message to Y and X, and X sends the rollback message to Z and Y. So this is the possible questions from this topic. Thank you.